Oh, we're just in time. They're actually making some donuts. I'm Kathy Bach, and this is my husband, Steve, and we have an apple orchard, Honey Hill Orchard. My dad started the orchard as a hobby back in the 60s, and it was just going to be a few trees for family. So he planted about 20 trees, but there's not that big of a family. So he started selling apples from grocery bags out of the garage. And then my mom had cider donuts at another orchard, and then she really developed the recipe for it that we've kind of stuck with, and it's always been really popular, so we haven't changed anything with that. So really everything kind of starts here with the apples and the apple trees. Our season starts usually mid-September, and as we harvest, then things move on into our building, and we can, I guess, kind of go in there and see what we do with the apples after we get them harvested. All right, this is the cooler, but everything is picked in crates and brought in here then and stored until we're ready to get them sorted out for selling. We're getting them ready now to sell in the store, so we have to go through all of them to sort out any that are possibly too small, or if there's bruises on them, occasionally marks on the skin from, when they're growing, rubbing on a branch. And here's where we're getting them ready then for our store. So every apple is pretty much looked at. So each apple is hand-picked. We can't do any of it with machines because they'd be damaged. This one has just a small puncture wound in it. So all of these, though, can still be used. We use them for our apple cider because we make our own cider here. This is a cider press. All the apples that I showed you that maybe had like a bruise or a puncture wound go into the machine. There's a washer here that scrubs them off so that they're all clean. And the apples then drop into here where there are blades that grind up the apples into a very fine pulp. So this chopped up apple then is pumped into these claws. We bring it under, this is the hydraulic part of the press, and this comes down onto these, and it presses down. As it presses down, all of that juice from all this ground up pulp can seep through. We can get about 3 gallons of cider from a bushel of apples. All right, something else that's really important to the orchard, and without them we really wouldn't end up having the apples and our pumpkins that we grow, is we have our own honeybees. Apple trees aren't self-pollinating, so they have to have the insects for the pollination. We kind of figured people can go to a grocery store just to buy apples, so we wanted to do something a little different. We haven't gone in for, the rides or the air bounce rides, that sort of thing. So we have a petting zoo, which is really fun for the kids. We have a lot of kids that come out from the city and suburbs, and they've really never seen a donkey or, goats. I had a guy this fall that said, I used to come here when I was a little kid. My parents used to bring me, and now I'm bringing my wife and kids. So it's really rewarding that you can, make somebody's day, make them enjoy coming out here and see what life on the farm is really like.